let's prune this vine. First thing we're doing is locating our spur positions that were left last year. So we've got a renewal spur on this side, 2 buds, 2 canes come out, nice. Left hand side, renewal spur is just here. You can tell by the little stub, 2 healthy canes coming off it, and then our 2 fruiting canes from last year. There's a fair few water shoots on here, which should have been shoot thinned off out of the crown at the start of spring. But unfortunately that hasn't happened, and I'd say it sapped a fair bit of energy away from the fruiting buds that we were after. As you can see on this fruiting cane, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bud cane wrapped down, and only 2 shoots on it have actually been successful. Whereas you look at the crown, you've got a really big healthy cane in there and all these little ones and this massive one at the back that have clearly taken a lot of the energy away from where we were trying to send it. Anyway, that's fine, we'll fix it up. So what we need to do is we've located our spur positions. Now we need to lock them in for this year. So this left hand side, we have a spur position out the back side. You got bud 1. Now it's slightly pointing out to the mid row, but the inside bud is still in line with the wire. So if we take that as a 2 bud spur to there, bud 1 and bud 2, that inside bud should shoot towards the wire, and we should be able to use it next year. And if we're doing our wire lifting correctly, we should be able to pick that up and start training it back around so it doesn't get smashed by a tractor. So you got bud there, and then on the other side bud there. That'll be our spur position next year. The top one is the fruiting cane. Now we need to locate our fruiting cane for this year. I'm going to use the one on the spur position. We'll start branching this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go through bud 9. Just like that, cutting the bud off completely, yet leaving a stub. Cleaning up all the tendrils and the lateral shoots on the cane. There we go, we have our fruiting cane for next year on the left hand side and our renewal spur sorted. Easy. Now we go to the right hand side. We've located our spur position. Bud orientation is coming out to the side. Bud 1 is pushing back this way, bud 2 that towards me. There you go. That's an easy spur position to take. We're going to take it with bud 1 going inside. That's back towards the fruiting cane up here. So we'll go through there. 2 bud spur next year. The inside one will be our spur position again, and the outside one here will be our fruiting cane. Then we choose a fruiting cane. Now we can take it from the renewal spur, or we can chase one. The one from the renewal spur looks pretty good, so we'll use that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm taking 8 buds. Cut through the 9th. Take off all of the little tendrils on the cane and any lateral shoots. So there we go, we have our right hand side renewal spur and fruiting cane for next year. Now all we need to do is remove the old fruiting canes, all of the water shoots, any suckers and dried wood. So we can start just doing crown cuts or flush cuts. If you do a flush cut in the middle of the crown, that is the best way to do it sometimes, to completely remove the buds so you don't have to continue shoot thinning. And because we're not aiming to get sap flow right to the crown, we're mostly aiming to get the sap flow on the sides where our branching is happening. Doing flush cuts up here is not going to affect the sap flow on the sides, but it does mean that you will be reducing the amount of shoot thinning you have to do during the season. So as you can see here, for example, someone left this stub here thinking it needs a lot to dry back, which is fair enough, but it also means that 2 little water shoots have shot out of it and they haven't been shoot thinned. So there's 2 mistakes there. 1, leaving it extra long and not doing a proper crown cut on it, and 2, not coming back and shoot thinning. So we'll cut off those. This one up here, because it's on a huge stub, I can remove it with a flush cut. And little ones inside here, right in there, cut them out. Couple on the back, right there, they're gone. Now all we need to do is cut out these shoots, so take off the dead wood. This is a 3-year-old wood here, so 2-year-old off the fruiting cane onto 3-year-old wood. You can see that. Fruiting cane, 3-year-old, and then 1-year-old. So I'm going to leave a bit of a stub here so it can dry back efficiently. It's about 1 centimetre in diameter, so I'm going to leave 3 centimetres. There we go. That stub will dry back, and then next year I'll lop it off. Likewise for this stub here, if I wanted to, I could put my secateurs around that, cut it out, leave a stub to dry back. I don't think I can get my secateurs around that easily enough, so I'm not going to at this stage. And then likewise for this one, 2-year-old wood coming straight out, so that was, looks like it might have been a water chute that someone wrapped down last year, which we don't like doing. So I'm going to leave a stub there so that it can dry back into the main crown and not leave a big scar. Cut off the rest of the dry wood. On the back side too. Much easier to do dry wood with 2 hands. Just put a bit of pressure into it, or a small pair of loppers if you have them. And then we cut out all of the canes so they're easy to come off the wire. There we go. All right, so there's our vine. We've got our renewal spur, right hand side, renewal spur on the left, 2 fruiting canes for this year, and we've started cutting out dead wood and leaving a few stubs to dry back. It's a very good start. Next year we'll start branching off these spur positions and we'll start getting this process back in line.